You guys can see me, right? Okay. First of all, good evening. My name is Verena Powell, and just to give you a little background, Verena comes from Veritas, which means truth. So maybe my parents knew what they were doing when they named me that, oh, so many years ago. I am running for civil court judge. Honestly, I'm one of 3 candidates, and I just want to tell you very briefly, in the 2 minutes that President Roberts has given me, a little bit about myself. Even though I did not have the fortune of being born and raised in New York or the Bronx, I was wise enough to marry someone who spent his life in the Bronx, even though he was born and raised in Spanish Harlem, and that is my husband, SCO, our Supreme Court officer, Luis Mongay, who is here this evening. Offhand, my husband heads the Court Tourist Program, which is an Office of Court Administration community service program where they actually introduce the community to the courts. I would also like to honor Reverend Johnson, who is not here, because this happens to be my church away from my church, which is St. Paul's Evangelical Lutheran, and I know there are a few members from my congregation here. But okay, we'll put the politics aside. Why do I want to run for civil court judge? Well, first of all, I've been a member of the New York State Bar for a period of 20 years. I started my career working for a Midtown law firm doing pro-management work. Really didn't like it there, and I moved on to what my passion was, which was in fact criminal work. However, every criminal attorney I ran into was a former district attorney, and I had the opportunity and the honor to have worked for Robert T. Johnson for a period of 9.5 years, beginning on December 5th, 1988, and ending on May 14th, 1998. There's very few dates in my life I remember other than that, my birthday and my wedding date, but I definitely remember when I worked for the office of Robert T. Johnson. Since that point in time, when I left this office, I have been in private practice working for the community, be it Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, even upstate New York. I practice civil, criminal, administrative law, as well as I've served in the past as a Step 2 grievance officer for the Health and Hospitals Corporation. Why do I think I want to be a judge, and why do I think I can do it well? Well, first of all, I'm a very good trial attorney. I have a thorough knowledge of the law. In law school, I served on the Probate Law Journal. Here, as a practicing attorney, one thing I have forgotten to mention, Cardozo Law School has an intensive trial training program, and I have been invited back year after year to teach their students how to actually try cases. In addition to that, I've also served on a number of panels in continuing legal education, including a panel with the Asian American Bar Association of the City of New York and the State of New York in order to teach their attorneys how to, in fact, try cases. I ask you to pick up my literature, which I have here, and if you have any questions for me, I will be looking and I'll be willing to stay and answer any questions you have in reference to my qualifications for serving as civil court judge. Thank you again.